Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Portland International Raceway, the site of round number 4 this season of the Speed Racing Series presented by Middle Road Energy. Today is our first road course race of Season 4, and this will be a unique track these drivers will get to traverse today. Anyway, guys, if you missed round number 3 at California, it was rookie Griffin Lapo McDermott capturing his first ever win in an entertaining race out there, which makes it 3 straight winners among the rookie class, which is absolutely wild. Speaking of career firsts, Jesse Turner for Lake Effect holds the points lead for the first time in his career, leading by just 7 points over Lapo McDermott. So both those drivers will look to keep up their momentum today, as everyone will have 45 laps to work around this road course as smooth as they can. Hope you're ready for this one. Time to get this thing started here in Oregon. The field snakes their way through the final chicane before they get onto the front stretch to take the green flag. It's an all-Australian front row. Zayden Davidson on the pole. Zachary Fitzwater to his outside. Very ironic, considering what happened between those two at California for round 3. We'll just have to see how nicely they can play with each other as they occupy the top 2 spots for this initial race start. We are guaranteed to have a new winner at this track today, as last season's winner Dylan Young is not in the field. Who will it be at the conclusion of 45 laps? The last stop of the West Coast Swing begins today at Portland. Round number 4 is underway. Davidson is all clear with the lead, heading out of the chicane and going through the right-hand sweeper of turn 4. He's got a couple of car lengths lead over Fitzwater. Fitzwater showed him a little mercy on that start as they went through that chicane. Here comes another passing opportunity, turn 6, I believe. We'll get a nice panoramic shot of the field, making their way through this slow right-hand turn. And the 27 of Hergel Alonso kicking up a little dust, as you see right there. Looks like everyone's going to be able to get through that section all right. There's the long backstretch kink. A very unique road course this is. This will definitely test a lot of drivers' abilities this afternoon. But Davidson will show the way over the 7. And here he comes, a quick minute-plus lap here around this road course. Davidson leads lap 1. Fitzwater giving chase. You got Charles Samper in 3rd. Who's searching for his 10th career win still. Vince Fries in 4th, and RJ Bishop in 5th. As there's these guys working their way through this chicane. This is going to be a hot spot this afternoon. You can expect a couple guys to lose control as they get into that chicane. There's Sean Ard lagging in the background, as you see. So far, a first clean lap right there. There's Jesse Turner, the points leader. He kicked up a little dust, but he's able to continue on in that 94 car. Second time through here, the top 6 or 7 cars still remaining single file. We'll have to see if there's any side-by-side battles right here. Yep, there's Turner. Joseph Srigley looking to attack him in the 11. Christian Vargas, Hergel Alonso side-by-side. Lane Sanders, Austin Rogers also engaging in the battle for position. As we see a big cloud of dust coming through the last chicane. We'll have to see how that formed. Nonetheless, Davidson still showing good speed in that 35 car, as it looks like he will lead a 2nd straight lap. Well, it turns out the 31 was involved in a first lap incident. He's entering the backstretch chicane. He follows a cloud of dust, and he's going to get turned by the 92 of Louis Dubois, spinning around in front of several cars. Fortunately, they're all going to get by. The 31 gets no damage. He's able to continue on, but it's going to be an uphill climb for him now. Christian Vargas in the 81 car coming down pit road early. Not sure what it's for. Definitely too early to be making a pit stop. I'm actually being told he's serving a stop-and-go penalty due to shortcutting the course. Not sure where he could have committed that malfraction, but he's going to pull away again, and same goes for the 12 car, Matthew Hubert. I'm hearing he has also received the same penalty. Tough break for Hubert. This is kind of like a home track event for him. He is from the Pacific Northwest, but now the 12 and the 81 cars both have unfortunate events happen early on. Hopefully they'll be able to find an opportunity to recover from it. Anyway, nothing's changed with the leaders. The 35 still leads over the 7. And if you do recall what happened between these two at California, they were in this exact same position, running for a top 10 position with just 6 laps to go when Fitzwater got into the back of Davidson, causing him to crash hard into the wall and go for a couple barrel rolls in turns 3 and 4. Thankfully, Davidson was able to climb out of that car, but Fitzwater did get penalized for that incident by the SRS officials. He was issued a fine as well as a 10-race probation. So now starting this weekend, Fitzy especially has to mind his P's and Q's when racing aggressively in the pack, especially to the guy leading this race in front of him. That's going to last through the next 10 races, but Fitzwater, he's still going to not give up. He's still going to want to make sure and take this win away from Davidson, but he's definitely can't do that in the fashion that he did at California. But what it would be if Davidson were to get the perfect redemption and maybe not win this race at least, but at least finish ahead of that 7. That would be a goal of his to do. Anyway, here's Charles Samper behind him, Vince Freeze, RJ Bishop in the top 5, Major Robinson running well. Then you also got James Ellison, Aiden Smith, Jacob Pujols. Here's a guy who desperately needs a good run as well. Jacob Pujols in the 03, also for the S3 team. He's had a rough start to season number 4, so he's especially looking to get a top 10 run to maybe bounce it back up on the point standings. And there's Logan Cloud. He also wants to have a good finish to name that 20 car. He's now P10. Problems continue for the 12 car of Hubert. He's back on pit road again for the second time here on lap 6. Not sure what it could be about this time. I know last time was for shortcutting the course, but could there possibly be a mechanical problem on that 12 car perhaps? Don't quite know. But he's going to pull away again, and he'll definitely lose a lap right here, as there goes Davidson on by. And again, this was not what he wanted at all. He's got a lot of friends and family and support that's traveled to this track to watch him compete here in his home region of the country, but now he has fallen down a lap. He'll definitely want a caution to get that courtesy pass, otherwise things ain't going to change, and he's going to remain in the back. Oh, look out. The 78 of Caleb Rose goes for a spin in the first chicane. Looks like he may have gotten tagged by the 99 of Derek Hamill to go around. But thankfully, he does continue on with a clean race car. But Rose is the first car to go around in that part of the track. He missed the show out at California, but did qualify for this race. And so far, he's trying to hold off Hamill, Eric Sadler, and Louis DeBoy for that position. And sadly, that spin's going to cost him a couple spots. But thankfully, he is still going, and all 4 fenders are still on that machine. That's good to see. Heading down into the chicane, Fitzy all over the rear bumper of the 35. Matter of fact, he's going to try and take a chance to pass right here. But no, the 35 is going to get the run on the outside. Fitzy's going to have to suffice for second again. So far, Davidson has really been able to hold his own very well. Matter of fact, most of the top 10 has barely changed. Robinson did get Bishop for 5th place, so Robinson up into the top 5. But you really got to rely on the person in front of you making a big mistake, and I'm sure that's what Fitzwater's trying to do to Davidson. He's maintaining that close distance and see if he gets close enough to pressure the 35 into a mistake. So far, Davidson has not cracked at all. Going back to your points leader, Jesse Turner, as he's being shown in 16th right now, as we're 1/3 of the way through this thing. Here he goes to the inside of the 48 of Cody Lamas, but no, looks like the 24 of Daniel Voiles might make a pass on him. Oh, as he actually receives contact from the 90 of Griffin Lapo McDermott. That's second in the points right there that just gave Turner a love tap. Battling for a top 15 position. Positions 1 and 2 in the point standings. Both New York natives, may I add. Challenging for a spot here at Portland, but there is Lapo McDermott, your defending race winner at California, getting the job done in just career start number 3. An impressive job for the rookie driver for Spa, but it looks like Turner is able to get by the 24 Daniel Voiles again, as he's able to secure spot number 16. But let's talk about Voiles, the Oklahoma native in his rookie season. Like Jacob Pujols, he also needs a bounce back big time for S3. getting some unsatisfactory results and leaving him and the 03 in danger of falling out of the top 35 in owner points. But a run like this should help him out tremendously, I want to say. But now Lapo McDermott, he's going to attempt to get by his fellow rookie competitor. Looks like he's going to do that out of the chicane. Lapo McDermott up to P17, or maybe not yet. Voiles is going to challenge him back. Going back to 27th place, that's where you find Alexander Rowe driving the number 5 car here for his own team, Fallout Racing, who had a successful debut weekend out of California where Alex Daniels drove that car to a 19th place finish. An impressive run for a startup team in their first ever race. Now this is their second here at Portland with Alexander Rowe behind the wheel now, as he's able to qualify for his first ever start since Daytona. So right now doing great justice for that Wawa team and seeing what he can do right there. But behind him, here's a driver who had the points lead after Phoenix, but has slipped back a little bit. He had some troubles at California. Lucas Catano, right now in P29, just not really having the ideal day that he wants right there, but hopefully he can turn around right here. And here's Angela Del Vecchio behind him, who was quickest in practice. An impressive drive by the rookie for JSR, but right now she's in the same boat as Catano. She didn't really get a satisfactory qualifying effort, so now she's stuck back here running 30th, but maybe she can find an opportunity to advance some more positions, either from a caution flag or some pit stops. Behind those guys is where you find Mac Johnson running in 31st for the moment. He made his debut in this race here last season. Didn't get the finish that he desired, but has grown a long way since then with Novasport, winning the Middle Road Energy Shootout to kick off the season. But outside 30th place is where you find a lot of these drivers who are desperately vying to get a spot inside the top 35 in owner points, because after this race, the current top 35 will stand for the rest of the season, so Kansas will reflect this season's owner points going forward. So Johnson looking to bounce up inside that. Same thing with Angel Gutierrez in the 51. New sponsor, new colors, and Mikasuki coming on board that Chevrolet. Real nice for him. You also got Caleb Rose on the verge of the top 35. Same thing with Louis Dubois, who's drifted a lot behind right here in that 92. Tough break for him. This is his first official road course race, I want to say. You got Edward Ziemba for Little Falls, and this one especially, Sean Art in the 31, who went for that spin in turns 11 and 12 on lap 1. He really needs a good run too, but running back here on 39th just isn't going to cut it, and he's also in danger of being a go-or-go-homer for round 5. We'll see if he can turn it around, though. You can also count DJ Curtis as a part of that crowd too in the 19 car, but fortunately, compared to those guys running in the 30s, he's all the way up here in 13th, which is phenomenal for him considering how the nature of his Season 4 has been. But Curtis, the Kansas City native, who is going to his home track for round 5, so at least he'll have that to look forward to. But if you can piece together a top 15 run like this, that'll help him out a lot with getting above 35th, that magical line that you want to be above of to not be a go-go-homer. But so far, DJ Curtis doing his job well, following his boss, Luke Martin, right there in 12th. But behind the 19, here's the 2 of Kyle Rigger. Want to give him a little pat on the back right here, running in 14th for the Ryzen Racing team. You see on the leaderboard, his teammate Sergio Alonso runs in 20th for the moment. But this is good for Rigger, especially carrying those Starbucks colors on board his car. This is their home region, so if Rigger can get a good finish out of this race, that'll definitely be a successful day for him and the number 2 crew, as he's holding off Lamas, Turner, Voiles, and Lapo McDermott. And especially between the 90 and the 94, considering how things go, we'll have to see how much of a point difference there will be between those two at the end of the day. But so far, Turner has the leg up on Lapo McDermott. First half of this race is over. We are in the second half now. Davidson has led them all, but he hasn't really been able to expand that gap that he has over these front runners. Fitzwater, Sanford, Freeze, Robinson, Bishop, and Ellison have all been able to remain within a good distance of the 35 car. Ellison's gap behind just 3 seconds, Aiden Smith and all these guys on back are over 7 seconds behind. So unless something happens, looks like it may be these top 7 cars that could break away and fight for this victory. Again, Fitzwater not really having been able to find a chance to make a pass on Davidson. Just not that easy to do it on a track like this. Again, no elevation changes. This track is completely flat all the way around, and you really got to get a good enough run off the corner, as well as hope the next guy in front of you screws up, or else you might have your chance to finally make a pass, but Fitzwater hasn't been able to do it. Surprisingly, we haven't had pit stops yet, so now that we are more than halfway through, looks like it will be a one-stop race for all these guys. Oh, and here comes Davidson at the end of lap 25. Looks like he's going to be the first of the leaders to hit the pits first. So he's going for the undercut strategy. That means his streak of consecutive laps led will not retain up. Fitzwater will now show the way over Charles Sanford. And oh, James Ellison actually goes around right there in the 61. Fortunately, it wasn't worse. He did lose time to Bishop, but still definitely didn't need that to happen. Anyone else follow Davidson in the pits? Yep, looks like the 43 of Austin Rogers. He's also done the same. So I think more and more guys are going to be coming down the pits as the cycle is going to be looming. Now, how about this time on lap 26? Which one of the leaders will cave and choose to pit right here? It won't be Fitzwater, neither will Sanford, Freeze, Robinson, but Bishop's coming in the 98. Same thing with Ellison behind him in the 61. Here comes Aiden Smith, Jacob Beholtz, Logan Cloud staying out, Scott Roush pitting, and more others are going to follow him too. There's Turner, the points leader. He's coming in. Lepo McDermott staying out. And here's where the majority of the field is coming down at the end of lap 26 to get 4 tires and fuel that'll last them to the finish. And another spinner through the chicane. It's Sean Ard right in front of Ellison and Bishop, who are just coming off pit road. That's going to be a rocky entrance for those two. And Ard's rough day continues as he was already running well back in the field. He has yet to make a pit stop. Thankfully, Ellison didn't arrive on the scene too soon. And oh, what's this with Bishop? He's on the grass. Off the pace right here. Bishop not up to speed. I'm not sure what's wrong with that 98 car. Oh, man. Bishop was on track to have a great day going, but now looks like he's got issues on the 98 Dodge. And I'm being told he's telling his team on the radio that he feels like he's losing a cylinder. That could be the culprit underneath the hood of Bishop's car. Don't forget, he retired at California with engine problems. And now it looks like those same gremlins have come to strike him again here at Portland. And if that's the case, that is so frustrating for Bishop. And it's not going well for his championship defense right here. He's cutting through the grass in the chicane. Looks like he is going to make it back to pit road. But this will greatly hinder what had been a great day going for him. Meanwhile, the rest of the leaders are on pit road, receiving service now. Fitzwater, Sanford, Freeze, and the rest of them all pull away off the pit road. Where will they be in relation to the 35? Here comes Davidson, and it looks like he will not get to keep the lead. It looks like it's going to be Fitzwater who will get to take over the lead here at Portland. Davidson trying to race his way past Sanford to get second. But what a massive break this is for Fitzwater, who is dubbed to be the road course master across his career. It looks like Fitzwater may be in the catbird seat, as it looks like nobody is scheduled to pit the rest of this way. So you got Fitzwater in first, Davidson second, then you got Sanford, Freeze, and Robinson the top 5, Ellison in 6th, Beholtz in 7th, Smith in 8th, Scott Roush 9th, and then here's Logan Cloud going by the lap. Matthew Hubert for 10th place. We'll keep going through the order. Here's DJ Curtis in 11th, followed by Luke Martin. Jesse Turner 13th, Kyle Rigger 14th. He remains there. And Daniel Voiles 15th, continuing his solid day in the 24. Joseph Strigley 16th, Griffin Lepo McDermott 17th. Saber Fox having a quiet day in 18th for S3. Herjal Alonso 19th, and Cody Lamas 20th. He's fallen back a few places right there. P21 is Austin Rogers. Then you got the mellow yellow machine, Elaine Sanders. Shade Eves in 23rd, Zachary DeLello in 24th, a pair of Toyotas. Winston Wilson, your winner from Daytona, 25th. Then you got Lucas Catano, he's made his way up to 26th. Alexander Rowe staying steady in 27th. Angelo Del Vecchio, Nick Breeding, and Mac Johnson rounding out the top 30. Then you got Eric Sadler, P31. Derek Hamill and Aho Gutierrez fighting for 32nd. Caleb Rose, 33rd. Then Louis Dubois and Cody Goforth, 34th and 35th. Then Jeff Bolton for Little Falls. Christian Vargas. Nope, he's still on the tail end of the lead lap, I want to say. There it resets. Christian Vargas, 38th. Then you got Edward Ziemba, Sean Ard in 40th. Benedict Murdo, 41st. And there's RJ Bishop ailing that 98 car around the track. And the leaders are going to get on it very quickly. Now the 4 leaders have caught up to the 98. Oh, as you see, Fitzwater got a little loose there going into the chicane. He picks it up again, but Bishop, he's obviously going around the track at a much slower pace. So it is extra crucial for these guys to get around that 98 as quickly as they can. They're not going to approach lap traffic for a while. So whoever can get around him the quickest might have the best possible shot at a win this afternoon. But anyway, Fitzwater going down into turn 7, a good passing opportunity. He's going to stay behind his teammate, but he wiggles a bit. He washes off the racetrack. Davidson's going to make the pass. The 35 goes to the lead. Fitzwater drops 3 positions. Going on to the kink. Unbelievable action here at Portland. Fitzwater loses the lead. Now it's Davidson's turn to handle Bishop right in front of him. How about Charles Sanford? What can he do with this chance? To the inside in turn 12. Sanford in the 16. Draws even with the 35. He tries to keep up the momentum on the straightaway, but no, Davidson's going to keep it right there. The 35 back to the point. He goes to the inside of Bishop now. The top 4 all under a blanket in the chicane. Vince Freeze trying to be opportunistic and get second, I should say. But Davidson is ahead of Bishop now. Sanford trying to clear the 98. Oh, that's just going to slow him down. He's not able to get enough of a run on the inside of the 98, and that's exactly what Davidson wants to see. What a major twist this is here on lap 31. Fitzwater goes from the lead down to 4th. And if he's not careful enough, he might even lose that position to James Allison, but he kicks up a little dirt, giving the 85 of Robinson a chance to seize up on him for a top 5 spot. How about this action now? Fitzwater still not able to get around his teammate. Now he may have the chance to do so here. Freezes by him. Nope, but Fitzwater, he's costing so much time being stuck behind this 98. Oh, and that is just so disheartening for Fitzwater. Having the lead and now losing it in one fell swoop in turn number 7. And unless a caution comes out, I think that may have been Fitzwater's best chance to win gone away. And now you see the other leaders here in the top 5 working around the ailing 98 of RJ Bishop, who is a lap off the pace. Now Elson's going to get by him, but now what a gift this is for Zayden Davidson. Back to the lead again. He's led the most laps today, but now he's got a new opponent in Charles Sanford, who's now inherited the 2nd position. Whoa, there goes DJ Curtis into the tires, going into the chicane. And somehow he's able to pick it back up and get going again, but he's going to lose several positions because of this. He was running P11th at the time, and now he's dropping down to at least 16th, maybe 17th position now. He just lost it all on his own right there in the 19. And fortunately, we are able to avoid a yellow. He was able to get that 19 re-fired up. But at least, he's still continuing on. Despite that little rear bit of damage, he's able to get going. Hopefully, he'll have enough time to pick up what he once lost. Still no caution yet, but you see the 12 of Hubert has caught Bishop, and this is for a courtesy pass position should we get one today. And Hubert is going to clear the 98, no problem. Both of these guys have had their fair share of misfortune this afternoon, but now Hubert, if we are to get a yellow flag, he will get back on the lead lap. Meanwhile, Bishop's just going to have to painfully watch him pull away out his front windshield. Anyway, Logan Cloud's going to get by him too, but you see all these guys here within the top 15 vying to get whatever positions they can before time runs out in this race. We are at 10 laps to go, but there is the points leader, Turner, with Kyle Rigger down to his inside in the white and green car. But I think Turner should have the preferred line down into turn 7. He gets on his inside, but no, he doesn't get a good exit. Here comes the 2 of Rigger, possibly trying to take over the 11th position now. Great job by Rigger in the deuce. This would be a career best result for him should he hang on for another 10 laps, and he's going to gain even more of a momentum over Turner going through the backstretch chicane. Now into turn number 12, Strigley in the 11 and Martin in the 54 also trying to make their case. Get some more positions right here, but I think Turner is going to have enough of a run to get ahead of the 98 and give himself a little bit of a cushion over Strigley and Martin now. This pack still isn't done trying to get around the 98. Now here's the guys in the top 20 trying to make the pass around him to not lose too much time. There's Lane Sanders in the 86 going by. Cody Lamas, Sergio Alonso, they made it by him. DJ Curtis attempting to in the 19, who we just saw go for a spin of the tires. You also got Austin Rogers, Daniel Boyles, Zachary DeLello, Shade Eves, and Winston Wilson. So basically positions 20 through 25 up for grabs. It'll basically depend on how smoothly they can get around Bishop. Oh, not Daniel Boyles. He goes wide in the grass. And he's going to lose positions to the 43, the 15, and the 47. That'll definitely push Voiles outside the top 20 for sure. Tough break for Voiles, but at least he's still got a chance to get a good clean finish underneath him. He needs it, just like his other teammates of the S3 do. There's Eves and DeLello, a pair of Toyotas battling for position. Curtis still not being able to pass the 98. But now with the momentum down the front straightaway, DJ Curtis should inherit position number 20, and yes, he's going to. Meanwhile, your leader makes his way into turn number 5. Davidson still remaining smooth aboard that PetSmart machine, maintaining an even 1 second gap over Sanford in second. Freeze also within striking distance in third. But if Sanford has anything for that 35, if he wants to chase him down for this win, he's got to find a way to do that soon. Although one could argue that that is his own car leading this race, so perhaps Sanford might be just content to settle for second and let Davidson have his glory. But there's that 10th career win, which he is so close to achieving. How important would that be on Sanford's resume in his already great career? But Davidson still searching for win number 1. I'm sure he wants it more. Anyway, folks, as we approach lap 43, I believe this is the threshold for us having enough time for a restart. If a caution comes out, I don't believe we will be able to go back green. So if that is the case, I believe that is great news for Davidson and that S3 Motorsports team. All he has to do is just be mistake-free for 3 more laps, and I think he can sail his way on home. Lap and a half remaining here at Portland, and Davidson still continuing to cruise around this racetrack. Sanford still making no real progress in that 16 machine. They will be coming to the white flag this time by. We'll have to see if Sanford is able to make one final charge at him or not. But that 35 car is just looking too strong right now. To the white flag he comes. Davidson takes it. Just over 1.5 miles to go left here in Oregon. Through the first chicane for the last time, Davidson gets through it okay. He holds about a 5-car length gap over Sanford, followed by Freeze, then Fitzwater. And boy, Fitzwater, he thought he was going to be able to keep the 35 behind him after pit stops, but that costly mistake he made in turn number 7, which they're coming up to, gave Davidson a golden chance to retake the lead from him and never look back. Into turn 7 they come for the last time. The 35 rolling through the corner nicely, and I believe Sanford's just going to have to accept his fate in second, because that 35 is zooming away. And from how things were a week ago for this team, what a way for these guys to bounce back. Davidson entered this race 33rd in the standings, and now today it looks like he's going to leave with a much higher points position than that. Off of turn 12, here comes the Aussie onto the straightaway for the last time. We are going to go 4 for 4 in the First Time Winners Club. Zayden Davidson wins the round at Portland. In a rare caution-free race, Zayden Davidson puts on the performance of his life to achieve his first ever victory in the Speed Racing Series presented by Middle Road Energy. A fantastic job by both him and that number 35 S3 Motorsports team. Those guys definitely earned it today. That team set that car up like champs for this weekend, putting it on the pole and allowing Davidson to lead the most laps and absolutely crush the field this afternoon. And this is a perfect way for S3 Motorsports to stop the bleeding and give them something to smile about after all the frustration that they've gone through the first 3 races of this season. But not today. And this also allows S3 to pick up a win in each of the 4 seasons that we've had in this series. And look at Davidson's speed around the chicane. He's definitely pumped up about this moment, and so is his team, as he's going to make his way onto pit road and celebrate with his elite team very soon. As far as the rest of the top 10 goes, Davidson is able to beat Charles Sanford by 0.82 seconds. Freeze gets a podium position in 3rd. Fitzwater settles for 4th. And James Ellis completes the top 5 in 5th. 6th place for Major Robinson. Jacob Puholtzen 7th, giving S3 a double top 10. A pat on the back to the 03 team for their drive as well. Then you got Aiden Smith in 8th, his 3rd straight top 10, followed by Scott Roush in P9, and then Logan Cloud, P10 in the number 20 car. As anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it today for our round here at Portland. Even though we didn't see any yellow flags today, I mean, the fight for the lead was ongoing throughout it, especially those final 15 laps where Davidson and Fitzwater, the 2 Aussies who got into that controversial incident a week ago at California, was at the center of attention again. But Davidson is able to come on top today as he's going to ride into Kansas Speedway with the biggest amount of confidence for round number 5. We definitely hope you ladies and gents tune into that one as well when you get the chance. Here come your full race results and your point standings following round number 4. One more congrats to Zayden Davidson and S3 Motorsports for enjoying the taste of victory here today at Portland International Raceway. And we will catch you folks for the next race out at Kansas. See ya.